actually in a pretty good spot. So coming into this week, I'm actually excited for this week. I think there's a lot of things going into this week, and we'll sort of see where they come out. The fear and greed index is literally split down the middle. It's at 53% right now, or 53 is the number, and it's pretty neutral. So we're really here on the cusp of waiting to see what happens. I think a lot of us want the rates to come down. I think a lot of us want there to be positivity in the markets, but I guess we'll wait and see. But let's talk more about that today. Before I jump into everything, I do want to say what's up to the A team. I want to say what's up to Broderick here. What's up, man? Crypto AI. We got Heap Blake. What's up, man? Billion Right. Ian, Slim Cheeses. What's up, guys? Billion Right coming in here with the $2 super chat. We appreciate all your amazing knowledge. Thanks so much for being here, Billion Right. As always, thanks so much for being back here. Hope all is well. Hope it's not snowing in Colorado anymore. So it's a nice, beautiful day here in the Northwest. So hopefully it's a nice, beautiful day in Colorado for you as well. And thanks so much for the super chat, bud. Gregor, what's up, man? Good to see you. RPM. Appreciate you guys so much. We got Make It True Money coming in hot with a 10-month membership. I know you've been a member for quite some time, bro. Thanks so much for being a member for 10 months, dude. And I've been missing you too, Make It True Money. Hope all is well with you, my friend. Yeah, the prices. Yeah, H-bar. Yeah, H-bars, it's sitting around. It's hovering around there. You know what I mean? Richard, what's going on, dude? We got Chipper coming in high here. We got, who else we got? We got Papa Don. Deb, what's going on? The Gambler. If I miss some of your guys' name, I am scrolling down pretty hot. 808 Mimi, it's good to see you. What's up, Jamins? Yeah, we got a lot of good people in Forsaken, Jack, Soul, Curtis, Nicholas, Jarvis, Ivan, Grab Gravy. What's up, A-Team? Been a while. Yeah, it's been a while, man. I've been here rocking. We had a busy weekend, dude. We were up this Friday. We were at the Seattle Reign game. My daughters played at halftime. They did phenomenal out there. Hopefully putting out a link on their YouTube channel so you guys could actually see it. It's pretty cool for them to play on the big fields with the whole fans cheering and stuff like that. You don't get that experience very often. So, but yeah, with all that, again, let's jump into it here. We got a lot to cover this morning, and like I said, I hope everyone's having a great Sunday morning or night, depending on where you're at. So right here, you can see 2.96 trillion come down about 0.86%. So we are coming down this weekend, really not that much. In all reality, I mean, you're talking over the last 24 hours, 0.87% has come down, still up 0.158% over a 7-day span there. You can see XRP has come down, sitting around the 218 mark again. We knew that this was coming down based off indicators, based off the RSI, based off where the fair value gaps were. We knew that there was going to be probably a buying opportunity coming in here. Again, my area was anywhere from roughly 215 to 210 would kind of be like the area that I'd buy. But again, our overall is around the $2 mark. So hopefully people were jumping in on that one. But in all reality, that's kind of where it's at. We did put out a tweet there the other day. It said, what were the Mount Rushmore of cryptos? And I said BNB. XRP, BNB, Bitcoin, and Ethereum were probably the top four. Were just my idea of where it was at. But Sui's looking pretty good, down 8% right now. Still a really good looking opportunity to accumulate there. H-bar, another one of our babies right here, down about 2.72%, fell back down to the 17 marker. We knew this, like I said, this weekend was going to be a little bit flat here. We have a big week coming ahead of us here. As you can see right here, there's pretty big key events coming this weekend. You can see right here, S&P Global Services PMI data coming tomorrow. The PMI data is going to be a big one for tomorrow. Unfortunately, you can see right now, you can see that we're going to have probably tonight. What time does it usually strike? About 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to start to see the futures out here, which are going to be basically based off of the PMI right here. You got the manufacturing PMI coming out Monday. But the big one's coming out here on Wednesday, which will be the Fed rate decision, and then obviously the press conference, followed by the jobless claims data. We know that the jobless claims data is actually probably going to be good, followed up by the S&P companies reporting. So we have some earnings coming out there. So again, I think starting off this May month is going to be pretty damn big. So we got Adam L. What's up, buddy? Thanks so much for the $5 super chat here. What's up, y'all? I missed a week out of the country for a water slide install. Damn, dude. You're out of the country for a water stall. That's pretty badass. What's shaking? XRP stuck in the mud. Yeah, I think a lot of cryptos are kind of stuck in the mud right now, and it's okay. We're trading, like I said, we're trading sideways, and or you could say we're kind of up and down. But when you go and you look at the charts here, I mean, we kind of expected that, because if you're looking at the RSI, we're coming down on the daily, but the weekly, the overall is working its way up here. So I think that, again, having 1 week in the red or 1 week in the green followed up by 1 week in the red, I mean, the weekly is kind of where I'm looking at. Bitcoin's really good at this. We climbed up here on the Bitcoin. Look at that, for a month in the green for Bitcoin. So, yeah, it's been a little stuck in the mud, but for the most part, we've been trending upward, and I'm kind of excited about it. I'm kind of excited about where this month of May is going to do, because I think we have a lot of things coming our way. As you can see right here, we do have May 6th coming up. So this week's going to be big. May 6th 7th will be the days that 7th is going to be the day. That's Wednesday the 7th, and we'll really find out about that. But you can see right here, tomorrow's the big one right here. It says the latest available PMI data indicated a mixed performance in both the manufacturing and service indicators. So the U.S. Manufacturing PMI slipped to 48.7 in April 2025, down from the 49 in March, though slightly above expectations. Meanwhile, the U.S. composite PMI decreased to 51.2 in April to 53. So basically what it's saying is that we have some mixed results up here. And honestly, I think that we're still going to have pretty good, the manufacturing side of it's probably going to be slipped because of the tariff side, but we're going to see. We're going to see what's going to happen here on see if we actually hit the data or not. But tomorrow's going to be a good day for the markets, and we'll probably have a better feel for that come tonight around 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time when the futures start to come out. So pipeline. Yeah, what's up, man? Happy Sunday. What's up, Carlos? Yeah, H-bar looking good, man. I like H-bar. Still sitting good. I think a big day order for 215. Oh, you have a big buy order at 215. Do you think we could hit that before Wednesday? It's going to be interesting to sort of see what happens with the rate cuts. I will say this, that the usually the markets do not like rate cuts. I think we've known this over the history of this. We want rate cuts in terms of like just our personal feelings, because rate cuts are obviously good when it comes to buying stuff. So we want the rates to come down. The markets don't respond well to rate cuts. So if we get a rate cut tomorrow, you can expect the markets to probably hiccup a little bit. They could go down, but again, the markets have been down, trending downward since January. So maybe this is something that can actually trigger the market to go in an upward, to move back upward. So there's that too. But usually, like I said, the markets don't respond well to rate cuts anyways. So there could be, you could probably hit that, to be honest with you. I had to sell my XRP to get into, I don't even know what that is, Terry Rose. XRP held that 2020 tight. Yeah, it's probably, again, I think that that $2.15 to $2 range is kind of like where it's been right now for accumulation. Austin, we are all worried about the 13 EMA coming back down below the 50 EMA on XRP. I'm not really sweating that. Are you looking on the day? Are you looking on the daily? I like to look at the daily side of it. So if we pull up XRP here, we go to the daily side of this. You can see that the averages are really close to each other here. But we haven't crossed over a death cross here, because again, the 50-day EMA hasn't even gotten close to anywhere near the 200-day, which is down the $2 mark. So I'm not really sweating where XRP is at. XRP's chart has always been super bullish to me since November, and it still is right now. Even though we passed over the 50 passed over the 100-day EMA back here in April, which again, April was one of the worst months we've had in a long time. So to still sit and hovering around there and still be around one another, literally off by 1 cent, is not that bad. I mean, you're 20 cents apart from a death cross, and I'm not even sweating it, to be honest with you. So no, I don't think I'm worried about it at all. Awesome. What package should I buy for the Las Vegas convention? That's a good one. I don't know which package to buy. I'd probably just buy the basic, dude. That's just me personally. It's a lot of that stuff's so overpriced. Wouldn't surprise me if Israel and the United States will attack Iran soon. I hope not. I don't believe in the war, so I'm against wars. You guys know me. I've said it multiple times on the channel. My vote goes to not having wars at all. So 140 XRP or 90 cents this month? No way, Caleb. No way, dude. You could hit that. That's what she said. I'm confused. I thought the Fed's cutting rates was good for crypto. It is good. It's good. No, so it's good for the cutting rates is good for like our global economy. Like we want to cut rates because, like I said, people will be able to refinance their houses. They'll be able to buy new houses. We'll be able to afford better things. So there's that, right? But for some reason, just the history of our markets don't like when the rates cut. I put out there was a tweet a couple days ago. It said the markets like low rates. They don't like when rates get cut. It's weird how that is. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. I think that's just how it's been, is that usually when we go through and have rate cuts, we'll see hiccups in the market. But when we have low rates, the markets do well. So getting down to the low market, we can have some hiccups getting down to the low interest rates, but the markets love the low interest rates. So it's a weird thing. It's a phenomenon, I guess. I don't know. It means the cutoff deadline to get dividends. Oh, yeah. Yeah, dividends. Yeah. Yeah, if you're in a stock that gives dividends, could be good. Thoughts on Caspa? Caspa's good, man. I'm trying to go to try. Oh, you're going to go to the Las Vegas convention? Yeah, I'd just probably get the basic plan. I don't know what that is, but that's probably what I get. I'll definitely be there. Okay, cool, dude. Cookie Dow is trickling down. Cookie Dow. I like DAOs. I don't know about Cookie Dow, but I like DAOs. DAOs are legit. Some people don't like DAOs, but I think DAOs are cool. If you get a good DAO, if you get someone out there that's actually a good project that's trying to do well with their DAO, I think that could be good. Yeah, I learned some lingo from a stock guy. All right, Terry. I see how it is. I got 80 KXRP. I'm thinking about selling half and buying a whole Bitcoin. KXRP. I don't even know what that is, Jamins. My Coinbase account has been in review for like 2 weeks. Should I contact them? I would. Yeah, for sure. Did you have money stuck in there? If I had money stuck in there, I'd definitely contact them, bro. Definitely contact them. So we have the PMI coming in here. One of the cool things here is that obviously the markets are probably going to come down on Monday. And the reason why I say that is because for some damn reason, when Michael Saylor comes out here and buys more Bitcoin, seems like Bitcoin goes down in price. We all know that. I mean, it will come back in price, but I'm just going to say usually he'll buy the top of that day for some apparent reason. But you can see right here that Michael Saylor is still at 40% all time. He's up roughly, what is that, $14 billion right now in terms of Bitcoin. So he's killing it, and he's looking to add more. He says too much blue, not enough orange. And so that is every indication that he's probably going to accumulate more Bitcoin tomorrow. Every time he posts this chart right here, he seems to buy a shit ton. So be prepared for Bitcoin to react to that for some apparent reason. Also, we talk about this on the channel a lot. 7% of the global population is invested in crypto. That is crazy to think, dude, that the global population, only 7% of the global population is actually invested in crypto right now. It used to be 4%. It used to be 4% back in 2021, 2022 was 4%. Over the last 3 years, we've gone up to 7%, which is actually almost doubling the amount of people that are in crypto. So 7% is pretty crazy. Let's see here. Global population in the stock market. And right now, I think the global population, it's estimated that around 62% of Americans are invested in the stock market. So you tell me, dude, where right now with the cryptocurrency market, we have 7% of the global population in crypto. However, when you look at the global population of the stock market, it's estimated that around 62% of Americans are invested in the stock market globally. So imagine when Matt, just look how early we are, dude. Oh yeah, right here. And it actually says it below right here. 55% of Americans are invested in the stock market. 40% of Americans are invested in the crypto market. But globally, like I said, globally, if we look at this, it's like 7%. Like, you know how early you are? You know how early we are to this? And if that should give you any indication as to how early you are, just go look at the reports that were put out there in regards to Berkshire Hathaway. Look right here. This is where it tells you. Since 1964, this tells you how early you are. And again, you'll be probably, retired by the time, 60% of the global population is invested in crypto. We'll probably be in our 60s, retired, maybe our 70s. We'll be, old. But the good part about that is that we can go back and look at that there could be good investments out here. Since 1964, Berkshire Hathaway has returned over 5.5 million percent. That's 5.5 million percent. A $10,000 investment in 1964 would be worth $550 million today. So that just goes to show you that if you actually buy into a good, if you buy into a good stock, you buy into a good crypto, you buy in something that's actually, because I guarantee if you go back in 1964 on what the global population was invested in the stock market, it was probably very, very small. And so what I'm saying is that we're super early to crypto and if you invest in early, you have an opportunity to make wealth, to make generational wealth. If you buy into a project and or a crypto and or any of these that are top tier early on in life. So I think we're in a really, really good spot with crypto. Any of us that missed our opportunities with the Amazons and the Googles and the Facebooks, well, you shouldn't have missed Facebook if you're my age. The Teslas, you shouldn't have missed Tesla if you're my age, even though there was back in 2001. But again, like there's some out there that we definitely missed. Apple, you go down this list of things that like we were too young for that to even invest in, at least personally for myself. And like looking back, how much money you'd be up right now if you were back then investing like we did here in crypto. It's not even, it's crazy when you start to think about it like that. And Bitcoin can be that for us. XRP could be that for us. Ethereum can be that for us. A lot of these that are so early to crypto. I mean, it might sound crazy, like, oh well, Bitcoin's worth $95,000 right now. Well, what if it's worth 95 million, in 60 years from now? Right? And we're talking generational wealth, not for us. We're talking about generational wealth for our kids, right? That's generational wealth. I'd have 1,000 XRP, I guess, but that's something worth. Yeah, 1,000 XRP is good, bro. That one guy, thanks so much for the $2 super chat. 7% of Americans are soy boys. Let's go. So probably soy boys. Well, you got a lot of soy boys out there, that's for sure. And you know, on all walks of life. That is, shoot, I'm 20. I'm investing for my future kids. Hell yeah, billion, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Never getting old. Stop that. Yeah, right. Talk ourselves into like not getting old. Well, hey man, with the Neuralink that's coming out here. You heard oh, well, I don't know if you guys watched it with Laura Trump, but Elon was out there talking about Neuralink and how much it's going to change lives. Neuralink is wild, dude. Neuralink could probably make it to where you could live forever if you really think about it. I mean, Neuralink is like on a whole new scale of I don't even know, dude. It is wild. We start to like really put some thoughts out there, and I mean, you could really go wild with it. Shoot, yeah. How much Bitcoin are you holding, Austin? I got a pretty good amount. I don't really share that side of my portfolio, bro. I'm pretty open book, but when it comes to the other stuff, I usually am pretty humbled about that. I'm not going to share my ledger. But I've invested early, and I invested a good amount, and I'm happy with where I'm at. I really am. And then I play around on the dailies, and sometimes I'll buy in here, buy in there, but I'm happy. You need a huge planet where men were men with tights. How much XRP do you need if you would live forever? I don't know. That's a good question. Austin has 3.7 BTC. He told me a while ago. Austin has 1 billion Bitcoin. That'd be, dude, if I had 1 billion Bitcoin, oh my gosh, bro. That'd be crazy. No, you're good, the gambler. Again, like, it's funny. You've been in this space long enough, and a lot of people, I guess a lot of people probably flaunt their crypto. They probably flaunt that they're millionaires. They probably flaunt that's kind of like what crypto's created. They these crypto millionaires and influencers that flaunt these things. Again, I'll talk about I'll talk about big trades and stuff like that, but I don't know. I don't think it's probably not the greatest thing to go out there and talk about that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Any updates on XRP case? There is no updates on the XRP case. Austin created BTC, dude. I am not Satoshi. That'd be awesome though. You guys are funny, man. Austin, do you think Joe Biden holds XRP? Probably not, dude. Probably not. There's probably no. I mean, maybe his estate does, but I don't think he doesn't even know what's going on. Unfortunately, I mean, sadly, he doesn't. He's dementia set in for sure. That's a true thing. And I've had two grandparents that have had dementia, and it's sad, man. It's sad. So regardless of party lines, I do feel bad. I mean that's where it ended up. So it's kind of crazy. Billion Right, thanks so much for the $5 super chat, dude. I'm young. I put every paycheck into the market. I'll make it back one day. Hell yeah, bro. That's the mentality I need. Listen to Billion Right here, dude. That's exactly accumulate as much as you possibly can in the times like this, because in the end, it will all pay off. And when I say that, it's exactly what I mean, because when you go back and you look, this is where we're at, guys. Billion, thanks so much for the $4 super, or the $4.99 super chat. Really do appreciate that. But this is exactly where we're at right here. The 4-year cycle is real, guys. If you're doubting the 4-year cycle, you're crazy. You're crazy. Dude, the 4-year cycle will always play out. And just go look at this, dude. This is right in front of your face. If you're doubting any of it, this is where we are. We are here. We are literally right here. We are in the second bull run. And every time we get into a second bull run, we have a nice little rally. So just realize that we will continue to rally up. And a bear market will come. I don't know when. It could be nice if we hit a super cycle, but we're right here, guys. We're accumulating to get to the next phase, and that's kind of where it's at. So yeah, it will pay off, Billion, right? 100% will pay off one day. Toxic Dave, thanks so much for the super, or to becoming a member of the A team. I think you already were a member at one point, weren't you not? Maybe you were. I got to go back and look, see if you were or not. Dude, my scrolling is kind of crazy right there. Let's see, Adam Elm. Yeah. No, thanks so much for becoming a member again. Yeah, you were a member again. So, flaunting hot, when this market blows up, you'll never hear from me again. True. People that flaunt often become victims. Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, I would agree with that. Didn't realize it stopped renewing. Oh, you're good, bro. I just appreciate you guys all still showing up and kicking it with me, dude. There's going to be a bar bought with crypto behind it, hanging up, watching. What are you talking about, Toolbox? What's up, all in? Eli? What's up, team? I went away and came back in May. Been accumulating. Let's go, dude. I love it. Yeah, again, this the market's exhausting, dude. Like I told you, there's it becomes to a point where it's like, it gets a little exhausting. So people, have to go take a step away, go touch some grass, get some fresh air, and come back. And we're ready, and this channel will be here when everyone's ready to rock and roll again. Joe Biden on stage looking for XRP. That Joe Biden guy was actually his twin brother, Bo. Maybe dude. There's so many crazy things out there about that. Did you watch ABC's news this morning about Trump and crypto? I did not. Was it actually good, Bill? Cameron, you're killing me, dude. Austin, this is my first month. I haven't been gifted a membership in 1 year. Damn, Marty, really? That's crazy. Oh yeah, ZBCN. I've been actually seeing you guys talk about that. So yeah, it's in the rankings. It's up there. What's up, Samo? Tim Shea. We got Tim Shea in the house here. We got someone on the phone. What's up, guys? Appreciate you guys being here. You think May will be a accumulating month? Yeah. So one thing I want to point out here is this right here. Look at this, guys. This is the first time since 2018 that we had 4 or more consecutive months of ETH being in the red. Last time we had that was back here in 2018, right? Well, let's go back and look at 2018. What was in 2018? It was a bear market. Look at that, dude. A bear market in 2018, which is why we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. 7 months in the red for Ethereum, which is crazy. And the closest we've had now is here in 2025. We've had 4 months in the red. But look at overall. If you come down here and you look overall, let me get back out of here. Right here, 27.36%. So May is the biggest month for Ethereum to come back here, right? So this is the biggest month of accumulation. Look at that, dude, May. So I'm going to say that May is looking pretty good for crypto. May can look pretty damn good for crypto right now based off of history. History hasn't been too kind to us this year, unfortunately. But if you go back and you look, we go back here, we see that that was last time we were at this big of a fall. We were actually in a bear market. We come down significantly here, and now we're looking to actually gain right here. So this could be a good month coming up here for Ethereum, for crypto. I mean, Ethereum's obviously we hedge a lot on Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I think this actually looks good for altcoins. XRP, HBAR, those kind of things too. I'm so deep in XCN, I don't think I'm ever gonna break even. Oh no, how are you? When did you buy? Oh, house. What's going on, Alpha? Hello, my future millionaires. Yes, I've got 26K in the market and lost most of it. It'll come back, bro. It'll come back. Again, XCN's not my, it's not my top tier crypto. I mean, there's a lot of people that have bought XCN. I don't even know where XCN's ranked on here. Let's actually pull back just to get 26K. That's a pretty good amount. XCN. It's ranked 101. So, I mean, it's definitely in the top. It's almost in the top 100s. There's probably going to be some momentum behind it. But, yeah, it's damn. So you probably did buy the top of that, didn't you, dude? Jasmine, yeah, a lot of people like Jasmine. Let's go Warriors beat the Rockets. It'll be a good game, dude. Today's gonna be a good game with the Rockets and the Warriors for sure. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend. Yeah, we are, Alpha. I hope you too, man. Appreciate you. But the only time you lose is if you sell. Unfortunately, with XCN, it's not a top tier crypto, so I don't know the future of it. The good thing is it's on top tier exchanges like Coinbase and stuff like that. So those are positive. But all XCN, that's crazy. Yeah. You don't lose money unless you sell. Yeah, that is very true. I say it all the time. You only lose if you sell. Oh, how sadly sounds like you bought the top. Yeah, unfortunately, I think so too. Don't we just need more liquidity like ETFs to get things moving? Yes, Tall Paul. ETFs are huge. ETFs will be big. ETFs are still one of the large catalysts of this year. I'm holding 950K XCN. Gosh dang, bro. If you have 1 million, can you just buy spot HBAR as example, and you can split this million at 3? Yeah, you could. If you want to, yeah, you could do that, Ben Chiv. You definitely lose if you 100x leverage long at the top. Yeah, that's why you don't leverage. That's why I don't leverage, dude. Sue will hit the $15 for XRP. You think so? You think so? You think Sui will hit 15 before XRP? Well, yeah, I definitely think it'll hit $15 for XRP hits $15. This because the circulation of supply is a lot different. Look at the circulation of supply. It's totally different. Neuralink is the mark of the beast. Don't take it. I'm just saying. What else do you have to lose though, William? If like you already have like, let's just say that you're you're a paraplegic, or you have traumatic brain injury, or you can't live a normal life. What else do you have to lose? What if you're blind? You know what I mean? Or deaf, and you have an opportunity to hear again, or have an opportunity to see again, or have an opportunity to walk again, have an opportunity to live a normal life. I mean, you're telling me that you wouldn't take that opportunity? I mean, I get what you're saying, but I guess I try to look at the positive sides. XCM pumped because of some random YouTuber, though. I believe it will go up one day. Was that what's his name? Who's the guy that pumped XCN again? What was his name? Yeah, Economic Ninja. H-bar hasn't done shit. Yeah, a lot of crypto has been flat, bro. I mean, not just XCN. I mean, everything kind of been flat. That's why I said even this weekend going in, we expected this to. This is nice. You want these things to like flatten out, right? These averages to come back up, still give us time to come back up. Same with H-bar. H-bar's flattened out right here. We want this to kind of flatten out. These numbers will come up. Look at the daily. Daily's coming down. Let's get this out of the way here. Daily's coming down, but the weekly's looking nice. Weekly's working its way back up here. This is what we want to see. The weekly's working its way back up here. And when that weekly breaks out, we're going to break out, guys. When the weekly breaks out, we're going to have a breakout here. And the weekly's on its way to breaking out. So just give it some time. Probably a couple weeks from now, we'll probably start to see this continually go up. We'll probably see right around probably middle of May, dude. May 19th, May 20th, we'll probably have a nice little breakout here because Bitcoin's already moving up. Look at that. And Bitcoin's probably going to come up here and hit a peak again and then come back down just like we saw over here. It might hover around for a couple days, but we'll see this same pattern that we saw right here. This pattern coming up right here, boom. We're going to see that same pattern happen up here as well. We'll see that same pattern. What's up, Tony Punch? I connected my brain to the internet and have an advantage over my peers. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Big Daddy, Big Mama. Hope y'all and the kids are doing well, my brother. Thank you for helping me learn. Oh, dude, Tony Punch, I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. Thanks for always showing up and showing out, dude. People want to get rich overnight. 100%, dude. That's what it is. And again, we saw that. I mean, it's the SHIB effect. It's the Doge and SHIB effect. People want to get rich overnight. You got to think of the Bitcoin. People got rich. And when people started getting rich off Bitcoin, it took them what? Roughly probably 5 years before they started really getting rich off Bitcoin. I mean, it takes a while. How much longer do you think till it starts? We'll see what the rate. This week's a big week. Like I said, let's go back to this week. We got a big week ahead of us on where this is going to go, and I think a lot of it hedges on what the rate decision is going to be. So, does ETH make it to 10K this year? Man, that's a good question. If you would have asked me 6 months ago, I probably would have said yes. Now I'm a little bit more skeptical. But because that means that it would have to be like $1 billion. It'd have to hit over $1 billion market cap to hit 10K. It could, dude. It could. It's just not ETH is just not as sexy as it once was. ZVEC doesn't move up. Always when it stands, pumps or dumps hard. Yeah, it's gonna probably. I mean, we'll see what I think this week is waiting for the rates. Afraid a lot of people got into XCM without doing their research. Yeah, they saw the pump, and that's usually what happens, Dirk. I don't know about the XCM, only to buy the coins. I would agree. I mean, people probably jumped into it, seeing that the rally was coming. A lot of people made good money off of it. We had a lot of people here on the channel talking about making, they made a 5x, 6x. Like, dude, they killed it. Do you think we hit this runs alt? Yeah, I think we're gonna have an alt. The alts are gonna run, bro. They usually run a couple weeks after Bitcoin runs. So yeah, I think we will. What's up, MTB? Are you ready to make millions with XRP? Absolutely, bro. Fun fact, ChatGPT said Caspa is like the newbie of crypto. Yeah, and talking about the world changing of right here, changing you said that, remember, changing the world, Real Patriot, financial system takes time. you can see right here that Brian Armstrong came out and said crypto will eat finance. Coinbase strategy just got cleaner. So they believe that eventually the global financial services will be taken over by crypto. This is Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. It says his remarks came as Coinbase rolled out a series of updates across its lending services, particularly involving USDC loans and Bitcoin-backed credit products. It said Coinbase revealed on X that the adoption of USDC-based loans through the decentralized lending protocol Morpho Labs is accelerating. He said that loans volume rose sharply to 120 million in May, up from 45 million in April and 14 million in March. So obviously this is going to go up. So the expansion of crypto-backed lending services are really what's going to be coming down the turnpike here. So expect, like they said here, the financial services of today will not be the financial services of tomorrow. Basically, is what it's coming down to. Which is pretty crazy when you just think about it. Sucks I took money and bought in January. I kept putting more and more to lower my average. Yeah, I'm with you, O-House. I think a lot of people did that. You know what I mean? But eventually it'll pay off. Using Neuralink to seduce my Tesla bot. Stupid. Austin, go on the 30-minute time frame from April 20th until now. XRP chart, we are in a downtrend, it seems. Yeah, we are in a downtrend for sure. But 30-minute time frame is just not. That's such a hard trading for time frame, Nicholas. I would, again, I know we all look at things differently, but a 30-minute time frame seems too. That's like day trade, swing trade. XCN is the real project. Did my research and got it at 0.002. Just chill for now. You got a lot of people here who are supporting it, so that's good to hear, Lord. Staking. What's your price break for XRP this year? I'm still sitting around. I told you I want to see it to get above the 350 to 485 range, but I'm really pushing for 701, dude. 701 is kind of where I'm at, William. Yeah, I mean, I would agree, Real Patriot. If technology shows that it's beneficial, it's gonna win. Yeah, I would agree. Multiple buys are set for XRP and just sitting around waiting for. Yeah, we'll talk about the buys. This is kind of what sparked a little bit of a sell-off right here. Is that over basically almost 30 million XRP was sent to Coinbase yesterday, which caused kind of a spark in the price. At the time of the writing, XRP was up 17.17% up to 221, reflecting the market. And since then, it dropped down between 217. So since this, the whale alert came out here showing that there was a transfer, there was a little bit of a sell-off when it came to XRP. So it's, sometimes these things can trigger the market. That would be wild, bro. That would be crazy if you could actually start mining with your brain. Oh my gosh, dude. Multiple buys are set for XRP. Yeah, switched from ETH for Arrow. I'd probably stick with my ETH. Price picks for HBAR 2. I'm sticking out the $2, Gary. $2 is kind of where I'm at still. $2 is kind of where I'm at still. Yeah. So we showed that. Yeah, we're sitting pretty good right now, dude. XRP still sitting around. Let's go to the day chart on this. I mean, for the most part, XRP has kind of gone flat. Like I said, hit up here around 236 back on April 27th, which was like almost 7 days ago. It's come down now. It's right around this fair value gap right here around 216. And I hope that we continue to flatten out right here. And then we have a nice some news coming up here in the next couple of days and see the market start to rally out of that. That's kind of where I'm hoping. What's the word on the Ripple stablecoin? Well, I think they're still trying to accumulate USDC. So there's that. Chadzilla, what's up, bud? Wish Cardano would hit the dollar again. Where is ADA at right now? Let's take a look at ADA. 68. Gosh, damn, bro. That death crossed on the day. Gosh, that death crossed way back on April 8th. I didn't even think I realized it. We could definitely take this fib off. Yeah, pretty crazy to see where that's at. Gosh. I mean, you can see a nice little fair value gap that formed here at 66. It's sitting around 68. So it's not too far off. But Cardano is always going to be a slow mover, but when it pops, it's going to pop. It's down 100%. Dang, dude, it's down pretty good from its high to its cycle high. Yeah, down pretty good right there. 42%. What's the chances for Ripple to use stablecoin for transaction? It's probably pretty high. I think I mean, you'd probably get a better price. It's tough to say, Jamin. You know what I mean? I think Bitcoin, if you don't hold any Bitcoin, I think holding Bitcoin is beneficial. Yes, I think holding Bitcoin is going to be beneficial for long term. About to consolidate for 3 years again. You think so? 3 years is such a long time, dude. That's such a long bear market. Gosh, it's like the longest bear market ever. What are the chances? I already read that. I've been a fan for XRP for a long time, and Sui is gonna. Yeah, Sui's good. Chad Zilla, I've been saying Sui for a while. $1.50 marker for Sui, dude. Since Sui hit $1.50, I've been on board. You know, and it's come back down, hit this almost, you know, it's come back down. But Sui has some lot of liquidity is gonna be moving over to the Sui. You know, and Sui just got added to the Pure Wallet. I'm pretty excited about that. That's pretty badass to know that they've updated the Pure Wallet to accommodate Sui and all the meme coins on Sui. So, you know, there's a lot of meme coins coming through Sui, and that's why I said, as much as you guys want to, you know, I kind of dog meme coins. I'm like, you know, I don't really jump into meme coins, but meme coins will continue to rule liquidity on these blockchains, and it's just a matter of which blockchain is going to be the next one, the next leg up for liquidity. Where's everyone going to move their money over to purchase meme coins? Is it going to be Sui? Is it going to be ETH? Is it going to be BNB? Is it going to be who is it going to be? And right now, it seems like Sui is kind of that one. Everyone seems to be talking about. Solana is another one. Yeah, Solana could be one, but a lot of these people are burned out. Let's talk about Pure for a little bit. Yeah, well, it's still out there. Pure PWT token is still for a pre-sale. Excited for their unveiling, a lot of their unveiling, and maybe their coming out party at the Bitcoin conference. So that should be pretty damn cool. Oh, you're good. What's up, Rice Bear? Good to see you, bud. Ondo also. Yeah, Ondo is a good one. Swung 7% trade on Cookie this morning. Hell yeah, Pipeline. Yeah, I think they're working on that top wall to make it like to make an extension for the computer. Yeah, I think that's one of their things, a desktop version of the Pure Wall. It's another thing on their list of things to do for sure. But I mean, the first hurdle was to get over the mobile app, and then go the mobile app's actually harder to do than an extension. So too many scams on it. Base meme coins will run the cycle. Base is another one too, Craig. Yeah, I'd agree. I like Base. Tora Panda, what's up, man? We entered shorts then for tomorrow. You could, yeah. I mean, you know, it depends on what the PMI comes out. And like I said, if they interest rates cuts come in, you could probably see a down. We could probably see a little red. Every week is big, but it's not. Well, today I'm just saying this is a big week because of this. We got a lot of things coming up today, this week. We got the PMI data is going to be big to see where our manufacturing index is. And I think that we're going to probably have negative news on the index. I mean, we know that manufacturing is down in the United States, obviously with the tariff discussion. Then you got the Fed rates decision here. You know, you got a lot of pressure on the rates decision coming up this week. And then you got the jobless claims. You know, this is actually a big week when it comes to just the data that's coming out here. So I would say that this week's bigger than most, for sure. Yes, but a lot of people say this week's big, but I do think that the announcements coming out this week is pretty good size. Base is based. Got my membership back, missed the green name. All right, yeah. What's up, Pure Wallet? Let's talk about it. Chadzilla. FOMC is Wednesday. Yeah, FOMC meeting is Wednesday, Tora. What is a good Sui buy-in? I mean, Sui is. I mean, if you look right now, I wish you were buying it back here when we were talking about accumulating it for sure. But you know, but yeah, you're probably right here. I'd probably put a buy order in for like 281. You can see right here is where all the averages are. It's actually on the day chart. You can see right around this, you got the basically 281, 280, 281. It's in the middle of a fair value gap. It could definitely come back down and hit that. You can see we filled up this fair value gap, but it could definitely come back down to the averages right here. Everything eventually moves down to a moving average. So I'd probably put a hard buy in at 282, 280, somewhere in that ballpark, anywhere in this fair value gap mark. So people are like, well, you're expecting to go down that far? Well, I'm just telling you, that's kind of where I probably wouldn't DCA my way up. I would probably just try to find a good entry, and that's where it's looking like. Just a quick look at the indicators. Because this is going to come down further. Look at this. It could bounce back up like we see right here, but I mean, most likely this will probably come down, reset, come back up, which is what a lot of crypto is probably going to do. This is already coming back down, resetting. So, what's up, fam? What's up, all is one? Bitcoin has no utility. Silvershire, what's up, man? I'm in, but looking to add money. All right, Deb. I'll use an estimate entry, and if I jump in, okay. Estimated entry, good. Doesn't Sui have tokens unlocked soon? They do. They do. But they were responsible with their token unlock last time, which is why it didn't do horrible. Same with Ondo. Ondo did a good job too. I don't even know what Rocket League is, Nicholas. Tennessee Eco Man. We can actually see they posted. Let's actually go look. Let's see. Sui. They have the token unlocking. We'll tell you when it unlocks. Looks like the next token unlock comes. I guess it's the first. It's the third. It's already unlocked. Look at that. Yeah. So it looks like it's unlocking about 1%, 1%, and less than 1% unlocked yesterday. And then you'll have another one, another 0.3%, less than 1% unlock on June. So it looks like the third. It looks like the third of every month something will unlock. So yeah, a small bag of Sui, sold it maybe too soon. Yeah, sometimes sometimes you hit them, sometimes you don't. Any chance of revival for Lunk? Oof. I mean, Luna Classic is. I mean, that's so 2022. I don't know, man. Nothing showing. I mean, with there's so much negativity with that community and with the developers behind it. You know, you can't even get a fair shake out of them. I mean, it's 149 rank now. It's gone down so much. It's just crazy. Unfortunately, I don't know, man. They had a great community. The Luna Classic community was great. I think that people are still they're exhausted because I don't think people all the proposals coming in and there's just so much interfighting. It's crazy. Yo, did someone say Luna Classic? Yeah, someone asked about it, Adam. What are the odds they pull off the acquisition of Circle? Probably pretty small. I don't see Circle probably selling that because they're probably preparing for their own IPO. They'll make a ton of money off that. What do you think about Gala? Gala's gonna do just fine. I just didn't. I always was kind of dogging Gala a little bit because of their when they did the whole V2 Gala V2, and a lot of people got screwed over on the exchanges. That was kind of disappointing. But I mean, they're gonna probably do well still. People still like Gala. They like Gala games. They're still gonna push the ETFs and buying those things in game. So they have a good shot at doing some good things. I don't think Gala is what it once was. Do you think tax breaks for the US crypto? Yeah. I think there's gonna be some tax breaks coming for sure. The tax break, that's one of the biggest things coming this year. Talk about a tax break. Tax break is gonna be big. I don't know who he is, but he impersonated Austin and knows Austin's daily schedule with the girls on the field, etc. Oh, really? Yeah, it's kind of creepy, huh? Regina? I probably gotta. Yeah, it's kind of you get some people that are acting like me. That's kind of creepy. Can I demand that XRP goes back to 185? Yeah, I think a lot of people are, Donnie, unsure of this week. I mean, we're not the only ones. Is it well? I mean, that XRP offered to buy Circle for $5 billion. Circle declined them. I don't know if Circle is going to give up that much. I don't think they're going to give it to him. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out. There are many Austin impersonators. All are scammers. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Deb. That's so. Yeah, it's so crazy. Regina, I'm sorry too. That does suck. Why do not anyone talk about the 900 million of fraud and laundering? What is there to talk about? I don't know what to say. Stable table. I mean, like, yeah, there's probably a lot of that out there. There's probably tons of fraud. You guys are crazy. But yeah, Sui's still going to do well. I mean, it's the up and coming chain that's out right now. You know, it's ranked number 11. It's going to continue to do well. Austin, I might sell half my XRP to buy BTC. I think yeah, I'm okay with that. I think if you don't own any BTC, I think having some BTC could be good, right? I don't know how much your holdings are. The Genius Act bill get accepted. I don't know why. That's a good. I don't even know if I know what the Genius Act bill is. What is that? Hmm. There's so many bills out there. It's crazy. Genius Act bill. A new frontier for crypto innovation. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why I got denied. That's a good question. Eleanor said it was rejected. Yeah, I don't know why. Could have been some reasons behind it. Maybe there was something in there they didn't like. Let's see. I don't. Ooh, that was weird. Oh, they're yeah. Okay. $1. Pivot stablecoin digital assets. So it's about digital assets. An act as a new frontier for crypto innovation by finally establishing a clear federal regulatory framework that preserves a strong state pathway for. Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably make adjustments and go for it again. Stablecoins are, dude. Stablecoins are a moneymaker, dude. Yeah, the stablecoins is where it's at, dude. That's where people are making money. What are you devastated about, Regina? Mm, with you, PM. I need exposing it to save families, please. I've tried contacting everyone. Oh, that's crazy. I have an 80K XRP. That's pretty good. 80K XRP. That's pretty good, man. That's a lot. Yeah. Oh, a fake Austin scam, Regina. Oh shit. Is that what? How did that happen? How did they scam you? This is a guy. Oh, okay. This is okay. Yeah, you. Oh wow, dude. Uh, yeah, I just got you. I was just looking at your Telegram message you sent me. He calls me. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to build this big. Damn, dude. I don't even know how did that even happen. Dear real anyone can recommend. Yeah, I'll probably have to I'll text you offline. You need to delete scammers comments in your comments. Yeah, I'll have to I'll hit you up. Can't trust anyone. I'll text you back, Regina, on Telegram here. I just got your thing. Just let me know something. I saw you did it, but I didn't read anything about. You can't trust anyone. Blown away. You don't. Yeah, I never read it. I didn't read into it. I there's so many that are out there, bro. So I was like, I mean, I remember this hack going forward, but I was just like, I'll probably dig into it when it comes out. Oh man, how are people capitalization with stable coins? Austin, delete these scammers out of your comments. I know it's not your responsibility, but I see way too much. It's so hard, dude. So Alpha, I spent hours. I spent hours upon hours upon hours trying to fight these scammers. It is so hard, dude. It's so hard to do it. It's like a whole separate. It's a whole separate. It just takes forever, dude. It's so crazy. You know what I mean? Like to fight back. I've spent so much hours doing your content is concise and though I was surprised that's all you, man. Your content is so concise and thorough. I was just surprised that's all. Yeah, some things there's some things where I spend a lot of energy and time looking at, and sometimes I don't. You know what I mean? And when it comes to these, when it comes to the bills, and when it comes to like what's going through Congress, like I don't spend a lot of time with them because a lot of those things don't pass. And so you can read up on it and spend a lot of time talking about them. I just try not to spend too much energy. So like, I knew that there was something out there, but as far as it passing, that's probably when I'll dig into it when it passes, to be honest with you, because you'll spend a lot of time. People throw out shit all the time. Dude, I can't control it, bro. Yeah, I do. All right. Hey, bro, I told you why I don't spend all my energy in days. I have a life too, man. I have a family. I have things to take care of. I'm not going to spend hours upon hours fighting bots in my comments, fighting bots everywhere, because it takes a long time. And guess what? They'll be back tomorrow, and you'll fight it again tomorrow, and again the next day, and the next day, and the next day. It's not worth my time or energy. I'll tell you that right now. We all missed some of it, pretty much. Oh, I was like, bro, I don't know what to do. I get you. Okay. I was like, God, dude. I was like, I read it like you. I was like, I can't take it, Alpha. I was like, dude, I tried so hard to fight these guys, like all the time. The bots are horrible, bro. And I spent so much energy doing it, and I finally was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. It's so hard to. It's the hardest thing out there, and it's annoying. I hate it. I hate it. To my comments are out there. I see it all the time, dude. And the most annoying part about it for me is that I have my notifications on because I want to respond back. What sucks is that like I can't respond back to people that actually make good comments, because majority of the comments that come through are just bots, and they're like totally. It sucks. Just realize, I'll tell you this: I will never reach out to you. I'll never personally reach out to you. I will never DM you first. I'll never send a message to you. I'll never request money from you. I never want, you know what I mean? Like, you'll never ask me I'll never ask anyone for money. Like, ever. Yeah. So like, if anyone hits you up on Telegram, Discord, on these things, like, just realize that's not me. I'll never go out of my way to do that. Like, it's just, I don't know what else to say. No, I know, Alpha. I'm not saying that. I'm not a bot. I'm real, from Michigan. Yeah, the whole send me 10K, I'll send you 20K back. Fuck that. Let's fight real crime, the 900,000 fraud. Yeah, I have to look into that. I don't know what happened there. Austin, do you know anything about Beam? I mean, I just know that they're like, it's a gaming platform and you could buy nodes. That's all I know. I don't know enough about Beam though. Hogzilla is the one that kind of told me a little bit about it. Crypto is a new frontier of investing. And when you have a new frontier, you're going to have a lot of scamming people. I don't think that they want to, dude. I think they get paid off those bots. I'm going to be honest with you. I think they get paid off those bots. Oh, do you the paywall? Oh, yeah. That's probably why they're pushing people to the paywall. That's probably a good point, Jake. I didn't think about that. It's probably a good point. Dead internet theory. I want to know how much did he scam you out of, Regina? Oh, right here. Oh, I see now. He had me join and did set my. Oh wow. Yeah, I just figured it out. Yeah, that's crazy, Regina. Yeah, definitely don't listen to anyone. I don't do Facebook or Instagram. Don't worry, I'm with you. Without knowing the story, we'll never know. I bought lots of bots on Facebook. Yeah. 750 by early 2035. Okay. All right. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go hop off. We got Regina. I'll text you up on Telegram on this and just catch up with you on that. But I don't think Adam L is the scammer. He's been around for a really long time. Always been a big part of the channel here. I know it sounds people get a little upset here, but Yeah, with all that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Just realize the bots are real. Realize that I'll never text anyone, DM anyone, send you messages, ask you to join things. If I do, it would be live here on camera. If I did do something like that, which I don't ever do. So just realize that, and try to send them to me. Send me, if someone's scamming, send them to me so I can block them, try to figure it out, and go from there. So yeah, like I said, always appreciate your guys' time. Always appreciate you guys showing up and showing out. Thanks for coming here on this Sunday and kicking it with me. But we'll be back here tomorrow morning, first thing at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hopefully you guys join up, and we'll see tomorrow morning. Tomorrow night will actually be, or tonight, sorry, tomorrow night. Tonight will be the night where we actually sort of see where the where tomorrow is going to go. So with all that, love you guys a ton. Thank you guys so much, and we are out. Peace out, everyone.